Hello, this is Dr. Ford Brewer with Preventive Medicine. Today I'm going to do my first unboxing video. We're doing a pilot project with a company called Prolon. It stands for prolong and longevity, I believe. I'll tell you a little bit more about it though. It's sort of like it's the easy button for intermittent fasting. And it's a non-meal meal replacement program. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, those of you who've done intermittent fasting know that it takes a lot of discipline, and it can be uncomfortable at times. This is a way of tricking your body into thinking that you're getting calories. Is it just a product, or is there research behind it? There's very, very good research behind it. I would refer you to Valter, V-A-L-T-E-R, Longo, L-O-N-G-O. He's done a lot of research on intermittent fasting. He's at the University of Southern California. One of the foremost microbiology, biochemical gerontologists, longevity experts in the world right now. He's had a lot of push and encouragement to develop a program similar to this, and he did. He developed the formula for this, and it's being produced and managed by a company called L-Nutra. So let's get to the unboxing. So this is what you do, again. So it's based on a 5-day fasting plan, or pseudo-fasting, or it's called intermittent fasting mimicking. As you see, you get 5 boxes in here, day 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you get this this thing, and I'll show you what that bottle's for in just a minute. You also have some very useful information in there. Let's go through some of that real quick. This has the components of what's in the boxes, and I'll pull some of those out and show you. Algal oil is basically algae-derived omega-3 oils. Then you've got olives, their orange drink. They have some proprietary nut bars, and again, these have nuts, so be aware of that. Kale crackers, soups and teas. So what you see is your soups, teas, and vegetable vitamin and mineral substances. So basically what this is a program where you're using special soups, teas, couple of bars a day, nut bars, and vitamin replacement. Now what you do with calories is this. On day 1 of 5, you're at 1,200 calories. On days 2, 3, 4, and 5, you're at 800 calories. So you are at a decreased calorie uptake. But again, at least biochemically, the idea is, I don't know if you can read that or not, that's basically the meal plan for those 5 intermittent days. So as you see, the idea is to trick your body into thinking that it is it's in a fasting mode, even though you're getting some calories. Now, why is that? Again, 1/3 of our patients that are calling in so far for this are not calling for weight management or weight loss, although it is very effective. It does appear to be very effective at weight loss, and I know intermittent fasting is. I've used that myself multiple times. That 1/3 of the patients are calling in and using this more for a longevity stem cell. You know, many of them, for example, are pre-diabetic, and they've heard that this helps regenerate beta cells in the pancreas. I'll form my own opinion about that later. I'm actually a little bit skeptical. I do believe the research that they're increasing stem cells. I also agree that you can redevelop beta cells. And sure enough, if you have a huge change in something like weight, 50, 100-pound weight loss, you can get a lot of that beta cell function back for a long time. But there's some genetic drivers of that are going on. So anyhow, that's a whole different topic. I digress. Let me just open up a couple of the boxes for you. This is the day one box, and it has several components which I'll share with you. Over here, it's got the nut bars over in this corner. Here it has the soups. Olives. And again, the soups. I maybe didn't give you a great view of it before. The kale crackers. And I haven't tried any of this yet, but I know a few people that do, and they said the food's actually really good. So if you're looking at that going, that doesn't sound good, they've figured out a way to make this taste pretty good. Here's the algae-derived omega 3s. Here are the teas and the supplements. So that's day one. Now here's a critical difference. You'll see this difference in the day one box versus day two. So here's day two. It's got something different in it. Look at this. You've got what I wonder is if it's the secret ingredient. Patient pointed that out to me, and obviously you can't miss it once you start opening the box and looking at it. So what is this? This is a glycerin compound. Glycerin, Glycerin. So what you do with this is you go to your weight, and I weigh a little bit less than 160 pounds. I weigh 150. And you pour that amount in here, fill it with water, and then you put the teas in there. And you sip on that tea, that glycerin tea, for the rest of the day. So, what is glycerin? If you remember the term triglycerides, the word for fats, the triglyceride comes from glycerin. It takes, you have 3 fatty acid chains which are just hooked together by a glycerin molecule. So one of the things you wonder is, are they tricking your body by giving you some very easy, gentle to digest glycerin or fat-based molecules, and dropping the carbohydrates, dropping the proteins, again, so your body's not gearing into things like insulin, glucagon, some of the hormones that we get into when we start ingesting carbohydrates, and some of the other things that we do with our metabolism when we ingest proteins. So again, day two is a little bit different. It has this glycerin bottle in it, but it has all of the other components, the olives, the soups, and the vitamin and mineral supplements. Days 3, 4, and 5 all are like day two, in that they have the same supplements. Again, lower calorie content. The days 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all 800 calorie days, whereas day one was a 1200 calorie day with no glycerin. So that's it. That's my first box opening video. Hope you liked it, and I hope we end up liking Prolon. It certainly has a lot of promise.